So what to say about Deep Past? Well, really, it's the glue between your family tree and the family book. If you decide to future-proof all the information you're going to learn about your family, it's incredible how much has changed over the past decade, and so much of what you would get from your ancestry DNA results or 23andMe or whichever other company you have signed up with. You've probably done a few. A lot of the best information is missing from the top headline, and that's what Deep Past does. It gets the most out of your results, the stuff that's hard to find, and it really transforms your understanding of your family. Now, if you look at this map here, this is actually a little diagram of what Living DNA, which is a UK-based company who uses Oxford University science. First country in the world is Britain to have localized DNA to this extent, primarily because it hasn't been invaded for so long. There's been a kind of steady genetic information for over 1,000 years, so they have access to the various groups who did invade in the 500 years largely prior to that, and how those groups have basically transferred around the world and can still be traced back to the UK. Now, in terms of Ireland, I would strongly suggest that you still stick with 23andMe, because Living DNA is really for the UK as things stand, though they do have a plan to upgrade to Ireland. Ancestry is quite good for the UK and Ireland. And in terms of family tree DNA and other providers, well, they all have specific specialties which are really useful, such as finding out whether you have Neanderthal DNA or hunter-gatherer DNA, and where your family actually have their deep origins from. And that is what this is all about. It's about combining all that information that you've got from your DNA and connecting dots, which is not easy to do. And it's all done for a very fair price. So when you combine that with your family tree, and if you have Ancestry DNA, which I highly recommend you go for the advanced version of Deep Past if you do have that, then really you're going to learn everything there is to know about your family, and you'll have it all verified between records and genetic information. And you'll be able to see why, perhaps if you're not from Britain or Ireland, why your family moved to the areas of, say, New Zealand that they did. So it's all very fascinating, and I highly recommend Deep Past as part of your purchase. What I would say is that you link it together with the family tree service available in myorigins, that's Tree Grower, because that will give you the best value for money. And then when you're ready, I strongly suggest that you purchase the book, because that will guarantee your results for all of time, hopefully.